welcome back to Tinkercad, and let's start designing the frame. Now, as you probably realized in CAD, there are multiple ways to do something. For the frame, I could do it by making each wall separately with a box, or I could do a box with a hole in the middle. And that's what I'm going to do because it takes less parts and it's a little faster. So let's start with the block that I'm going to create first. And my dimensions were, for my sketch, 70 by 25 in height, by 30 in width. Let's make a hole in the middle. First of all, let's raise this hole so it's tall enough. And so the width of the whole thing is 70, right? But I want the thickness to be 6 millimeters on each side. So I have to take 6 millimeters on this side and 6 millimeters off on that side, which gives you a total of 12 millimeters. So 70 minus 12 is 58. Distance here was 30, right? But I have to take 12 off. So 30 minus 12 is 18. Now let's align these up and see how it looks. Alright, that looks okay, but it's a little thick to me, to be honest. And maybe actually the base is a little narrow. So I'm going to change some dimensions here as I go for my sketch. And that's perfectly normal and totally okay. I'm going to ungroup this. And instead of 30 thickness, I'm going to change that to 35. And instead of a thickness of 6, I'm going to choose 5. So if you remember, the full distance is 70, and I have to minus 10 from that, 5 on each side, so that gets me 60. And here, the full distance is now 35, and I have to minus 10 for that, which is 25. Also makes the math much easier. So let's align that, and that will affect some of my other dimensions on other parts, but I have to take note of that. Group this up. All right, this is looking good. So the holes for the axles, I'm going to drag in a cylinder. I'm going to size it up to be 12 by 12 because that's what we decided in our sketch. Okay. And then I'm going to rotate it down to 90 degrees. All right. And then I'm going to click on this black dot if I just want to stretch it in one dimension. So these black dots allow you to stretch it in one dimension very easily, so it goes all the way through to both sides. Looks good. All right, but I want to know how high this is. So I'm going to hit D to drop it down, and then click the black arrow to move it up 4 millimeters. Looks pretty good. Now let's duplicate that, and I'm going to use the right arrow to move it over without moving it up and down. Perfect. Now, we want to know how far in this is. And there are multiple ways to do this. One way would be to select both objects, hit align, click on the red frame, and line it up on the side. And then, when I move it, I can move it in, and I know how far I moved it in. I'm going to move it in 10 millimeters and 0 this way. So that's one way to do it. Another way is to use the ruler. And if I click on this ruler and put this dot up, down here, I'm going to zoom in to see if I lined it up perfectly. I didn't line it up perfectly with the corner. And it won't let me. Why? It keeps on jumping to the next box. Well, these boxes are millimeters, and the bigger boxes are centimeters. And why is it jumping? Well, that's this snap grid setting I haven't told you about. Right now, snap grid is 1 millimeter, which means it will jump 1 millimeter. So we're going to change it to 0.1 millimeters. So now it's moving 0.1 millimeters, which should get me right there. I can even turn it off and it would be even more accurate. I'm going to change it back to 1 millimeter after doing that because it's easier for the rest. All right, now that I have my ruler, if I click on this hole, some new numbers come up. So you'll see in blue, it still gives me the measurement of the hole. But in green, it shows me the distance from this point. So this way, it's negative 10.5. And this way, it's 8. And I can actually click on this number and type in 10 if I want it 10 in. If I wanted it less, like 6 in, I could do 6. Originally, I did say 10, and I think maybe 8, now that I look at it. Let's group it. All right, it grouped together. So it looks pretty good. I am worried about how close these holes are to the middle. And once we create the wheels, we'll get to see if that works. But let's keep it for now. I might have to stretch out the frame later on, but that's all right. Let's keep it the way it is for now. Now let's worry about the back here and creating that slot. And to do that, we create a hole. And from our measurements, we were going to create a 6mm thick launcher. So that's going to go like that. And we were going to do half the height. So the height we chose was 25. What is half of 25? Well, half of 20 is 10. And half of 5 is 2.5. So that's 12.5. Okay. You notice I haven't worried about this distance because it doesn't really matter. All right, so let's put this here and we want to raise it up. How much do we want to raise it up? Well, we want to raise it up 12.5, half. I could have done this with the align tool as well. Hold shift, click align because I want to center it. Pretty good. Hold shift, select both objects, group it. And there we go. So I have my basic frame done. When you do your frame, you can add some embellishments, some designs, maybe some curves in the front. You want it to look different. That's great. Next, we're going to work on the axles.